If it's love that you're running from, there's no hiding place. Love has problems, I know, but they're problems. We just have to face. Oh, yeah. If you don't put your hands in mine, we gonna live all our troubles behind. Don't walk and don't look back. Don't look back. And don't look back. Don't look back. And don't look back. Please don't look back. If the first brother broke your heart, there's something that can be done. Don't hear your baby love because of what he's done. So if you don't put your hand in mine, we're gonna lay all our troubles behind. Don't walk and don't look back. Don't look back this time. Don't look back. Baby, don't look back. And don't look back. Love can be a beautiful thing, although your first love let you down. Cause I know you can never go the second time around. Oh yeah. So if you don't put your hand in mine, we're gonna live all our troubles behind. Don't push you, don't look back. We won't look back. We won't look back.
How many people on there? 30 something. Sound different? It sound different. Okay. All right, let me give acknowledgement. That's cool. To those who's there right now, I ain't started yet. It's only 40 people. Mac Official, G the Gent, J Mill, Don Perrion, Freddie P. What's up with you, Freddie P? Divine Joseph, Polished Player. What's up, man? Ellsworth Alexander, what's up with you, man? Red Carpet, Stack Mo, BK Blazing 203, Dante Champion, James Burton, Mac Official. Hey, Prize, what's up with you, man? I see you, Sucker Free. That thing right there really needs fixing, man. Damn, I need some kind of stand behind that motherfucker doing it. All right. Paper Chase, Geechee Sultan, Pierre the Elegance, A+ MVP, Ali King, BK Blaze in 2003. Okay. This motherfucker here. Shit. Okay, that's better. That's better. Yeah, that's better. All right. Sirism, salute to you, man. Ernest Stackhouse. All right, top of it, man. We at it again. You know, I always start off, talking about what's going on in the world today. And so as you guys see, man, Trump is still at it, And at this point right here, I just want y'all to do one thing for me, man, and for yourself. I really need y'all to vote, man, when it's time. We ain't gonna have, man, we not safe now, but we'd be less safe if Trump get in office, man. I'm not a politician, but for this year right here, man, it's so important, man, for y'all to vote, man. I know that to some of y'all is bullshit, and you think that they just pick what president they want, but that's not how it goes, man. They do actually count the ballots. I hope. Yeah, I hope. All right. The biggest difference between money and time, you always know how much money you got, but you never know how much time you got, and that's real. And it just seemed like when you get past 60, then you really start watching the time. Okay. People are always talking about pimps this and pimps that and pimps this and pimps that. So let's see if I can break it down. My opinion, what is a pimp? A pimp is a man. First of all, a pimp is a man with a master plan. A pimp is a man that has knowledge about a game that can make you successful if you are about the game. I'm going to say that again. A pimp has a master plan. But in this pimp's master plan, his master plan don't have nothing to do with nobody else's master plan. His master plan requires, first of all, being a man. Second of all, thinking with your big head and not your little head. A real pimp is always thinking about success. He's always trying to better his life, and he's always trying to better his lady's life. What a pimp does is rest, dress, count money, touch bitches, and build empires. A pimp has a plan for each lady that he has. A pimp builds an empire with each lady, but an empire for the whole family of his. A pimp teaches a lady how to live, not just survive. See, surviving to me is having the same program every day. If you complete the same program, if you're in the workforce, your program is take you in the workforce, take you 30 years to complete that plan. Your plan is to work the job, save your money, stack your money, take a few vacations, and work on that job for 30 doggone years before they finally let you retire. Because before then, you're afraid to retire. You're afraid you don't have enough saved up. You're afraid you don't have enough put away. You're afraid that if you quit working now, the money might not last you, till you leave here. But a pimp's plan is basically the same, which is to grow. But a pimp's plan, he gonna take all of his wits. He gonna take his street knowledge. He gonna take his book knowledge, and he gonna build a life for you, ladies. A pimp, he's not gonna live off you as a female. A pimp gonna show a female how to live. A pimp is gonna show a lady how to treat a man. He's gonna treat her what men need, what men want. And in turn, he's gonna show her what a man means to a woman. He's gonna show her the importance of a man keeping a lady by his side, giving her knowledge every day, improving her life, putting her on that top echelon of being a real lady. I'm talking about just a bad motherfucking bitch, just to put it pimpishly. Now, if you're a pimp, then you know what I'm talking about. But most of y'all, let me say y'all semi-pimping. When you get to be a real pimp, you don't live off ladies. You show ladies how to live, not just survive. We show ladies how to live. See, a pimp is different. See, pimps, they stand up and they stand out. I mean, most squares, they do what they can, but pimps, they do what they want to do. Whenever they get ready, whatever they want to do, they do what they want to do. Pimp wake up this morning and he say, man, you know what? However long it takes for my passport to go through, as soon as it goes through, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm fly over to France for about a week and a half, fly to Italy. But you got to be in position to do that. See, most of y'all pimps that's out there, I don't know how long you've been in the game, but most of y'all, as far as going somewhere and traveling, most of y'all, you ain't going across the street. Most of y'all ain't going across the street. because you're scared. You don't believe in you. See, a pimp believes in himself. See, a pimp believes that he can leap tall buildings in a single bound and land on his feet. A pimp believes that he can look through muddy water and spot dry land. A pimp believes that whatever he put in his mind to have, he can have it. Because he gonna have a plan to know how to go about getting it. Each one of y'all that's out there in the game right now, each one of y'all, you're in the game to prosper. You're in the game to build an empire. You're in the game because this is your journey in life that you've been chosen for. I'm talking about those that have been chosen. See, a pimp don't wake up one morning and say, oh shit, I'm gonna start pimping. It don't go like that. You never win. It never work, because the knowledge about the game goes way deeper than just getting money. The real secret to the game is knowing how to treat a lady and knowing what to do with your money. See, a lot of y'all, you get 5,000 a day. Tomorrow, you're going to be broke. Because you're going to take that 5,000. It's only 5,000. Now, you got to remember to put this in your head. With just 5,000, you cannot buy everything. You cannot buy everything that your dreams, those pictures of those dreams, your dreams have sent you. You can't buy everything you want, and you can't make all your dreams come through with 10,000. You can't make all your dreams come true with 20,000. You got to get money in this game, man. You got to grow. You got to build an empire from the ground up. You starting out with nothing but the knowledge that's in your head. In a lady that I hope that you then gave her the knowledge, because part of showing a lady how to live is, which is what pimps do. But what we also do is we show ladies what living is all about. See, most ladies that's in the game, they got the same dreams and desires that we as men have. So what a lady does is she give up everything and everybody to be with you. She just as hungry about the knowledge about the game as you are. You taking her and you putting her into your world. She putting her hand in yours, and she's expecting some results. And she gonna give you some time for some results. She gonna give you time to paint that picture that you didn't told her about. But every day, you got to show her something, man. You got to show her why she's taking them chances. You got to show her why she didn't gave up her family. Why she didn't left her daughter with her sister or her mom. Why she didn't give up everything to be with you. So in turn, you're going to dog her? Which is what most of y'all do with these ladies. And then you wonder why, like y'all say, why so many fags around here. It's your fault. Quit breeding fags, and it won't be no fags in the game. These ladies got to come from somewhere. These ladies that y'all call fags, man. Man, listen. A real pimp, he flashy. He got character. He got charm. You sit down with him and give him 15 minutes. Wherever he go, you're going to want to follow. If he's spitting it right. If he really about it. He going to paint that picture. And then he going to spit that game to you. And that picture going to be so bright. And them words going to roll off his tongue like the Niagara Falls. And you going to want to be a part of it. If he's saying the right thing. If in that conversation of what he's telling you about selling your pussy, doing something that you never thought that you would do, but you doing it because of him. She getting down because of you. So in turn, man, I think it's your job. I think it's your duty, man, as a pimp, to build that woman up and not tear that woman down. Being out on that track on Fig, last week I said, man, I'm giving y'all props because I see that a lot of y'all that took them flats off them ladies instead of having them sliding around the track. Yeah, they on them heels standing tall, walking like a hoe should. Now, Trick driving by, baby slide. She fine. She sliding down the motherfucking track, with that Kmart special outfit on. And then here come a real hoe, standing tall, feet up off the ground with them heels on, them stilettos. She walking and prancing and looking like a real hoe. She ain't sliding around with the Kmart special on. Then for those of y'all that just keep on not dressing them ladies. Just keep on having them in them flats. I know they want to have some heels on. I know they want to be fly out there. Quit making it easy. Man, I ain't never made it easy for no hoe, man. Never, man. Because how she gonna take it easy getting my money? She better come in every day looking. She better not look as gorgeous when she walked through that door after work as she did when she walked out that door. She better look like she been hoeing. And her track better show that she been hoeing. Because otherwise, baby, you can change clothes, you can get fresh, you can do whatever you got to do. But you got to go back and get it. See all this soft shoeing? Make a soft hoe. You got to be straight up. You got to, man, if you worrying about what your hoe gonna say if you check her, then you need to go get you a 9 to 5. Because pimps check hoes. Just like when you're in a relationship, whether you're a square or whether you're in the game, there are no perfect relationships. When you got your ladies in pocket, when you've been really pimping, man, things be going so smooth, man. Oh, sure, you're going to have some little problems, But when you really pimping, man, things be going so smooth, man, until you got to start an argument. See, and the reason I say that is because, man, there's no relationship in the world that's perfect. It just don't exist. And I'm telling you this, and I'm gonna say it again. Coming through my era, I had my ladies so much in order, so much being a part of me, until I could almost, when I ask them a question or when I start a conversation, I could almost tell what's gonna come out their mouth. Because that's why, because that's why I'm in their head. You got to be in this lady's head. You got to be in her body. You got to be all in the way she moved, the way she walked, the way she talked. She gonna copy off you what come out your mouth. She not only gonna listen to it and take it to heart, but she gonna go out on the streets and she fixing to use that shit because she believe in you. And you didn't pop this game to her. Man, for y'all out there that's really pimping, man, don't it feel good, man, when a plan come together? Man, don't it feel good to y'all at the end of the night, man, when you checking 800 or better, man? Man, don't it feel good, man, when you check that rack, man, and then you get that 1,100 and 1,200. Now, for those of y'all that's pimping like that, that's really pimping, y'all know what I'm talking about, But for you, just regular pimps in that little 300, 400, and 500 bracket doing the turtle pimping to see y'all at the top. Pimping to be there waiting on you. Because you're pimping like a motherfucking turtle. Man, if you ain't checking 800 or better every day, man, you better tighten up your game, man. You better tighten it up, man, because otherwise, man, if you ain't getting 500 every day out of every lady you got, you might as well have a square job. If you ain't getting at least 500 a day, man, you getting paid like a square. And you should feel like a motherfucking sucker. You call yourself pimping, and you ain't got enough game and knowledge to get 500 out this hole. Now, I ain't saying you ain't pimping, because I know you sending her every day. I'm not saying that. But if you ain't getting at least 500, man, you better send baby back out the door. I was in the game 29 and a half years. Never, y'all, and I'm going to say this, man, again, man, never have I let a lady come in with under 500. Never. She going to double shift. She going to triple shift. She going to triple shift, quadruple, whatever. But don't bring me under no 500. Don't even come through my door. I don't care if you got to stay down till the sun come up and past that. I don't care if you got to come home and change clothes. Pimping don't accept no funny money. Because once you start doing that, then you creating a pattern. But if you keep asking for it every day, see, pimping, enough. I don't care what I'm going to give you. It ain't never enough. Never. Because we ain't never satisfied. Baby came in, the little 27-year-old, that I got from Eric B. I know y'all know that story. She come in Saturday night, 1100. Happy. It's the most she ever made. Oh, she happy. And I said, damn, baby, I'm really proud of you. You finally cracked that $1,000 mark. I said, but couldn't you have got 12? Couldn't you have got 13 or 14? Did you do your best, baby? Did you do your best? And she hesitated. I said, why is it taking you so long to ask that? I'm going to ask you again. Look me in my eye. Did you do your best? And she said, okay, I did my best, but I think I could have done a little bit better. Ooh, man. When she said that, man, being vulgar or not, man, my dick got hard, man. Man, when she said that, man, shit just turned me on, man. Baby, hurry up and get in there and get that shower. Because when you come back, I'm fixing to bust that thing out. Her saying them words, and I knew how sincere she was. Man, I knew I've been pimping, man. Yeah, man. If you don't feel like that every night, better check your pimping, man. To me, if you're going to put pressure on a lady, when you send her to work and you asking for it every night, then you got to prepare her to get you that extra. Say, baby, maybe you need to ask for a little more to make your trap bigger. Maybe you need to ask for a tip. You need to turn it up. You did good, but whatever you didn't do, when you got that 1100, when you go to work tomorrow night, do that. Think about what you didn't do to get that other couple of hundred. And tonight, apply it. Do you need suggestions from me? And the real big hoe gonna be like, no, I got this. Because she know what to do from your instructions. You done guided her. You popping game with her every day. Every day, you improving her wardrobe. You improving her knowledge of the game. Shit, you improving her feelings about you. Man, you're supposed to check your lady's feelings about you every day, man. How can you have a lady for some years and you don't know her. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, baby didn't done something against the grain and you slapped her. Okay, now you sent her to work. So even though you slapped her, you let her go to work with her, with a frown on her face. See, after you check a hoe, or after you straighten your woman out, you have to sit down and continue to talk to her to let her know that, baby, this is what this is what this argument was about. You did this, and I asked you to do that. You did that, and I asked you to do this. Because when you really pimping, only mistake them ladies gonna make is not following your instructions to the latter, which they never do. You give them some instructions, they gonna listen to half your instructions, then the other half, they gonna listen. And in their heart and in their mind, they really plan on applying that game that you done popped to them. All of it. But then when they get to that track and they on the front line, and they out there in their elements, man, they find a way to get your money. They take that knowledge that you done gave them and they turn that shit up. They throw their little whole stuff in there and they figure it out. Every night that woman come in with some money, pimping, you ain't never satisfied. I don't care how much she give you. Why? Because how high is high. Have a reason for everything you do or say. I mean, an explanation, baby. I don't want you looking in no pimp's eyes, because first of all, your eye's supposed to be on a trick. Well, your eye's supposed to be on what's going around you. That's why pimps tell hoes don't make no eye contact with pimps. Because when you make eye contact with pimps, what you making eye contact with it? You see him ride by, you ain't got to look him in the eye. When you see pimp ride by, hope is supposed to duck her head like that. But most of most of the little out of pocket those, they duck their head, but they still can see, just like I can see right now. But my head is down. You see what I'm saying? So you gonna get your action whether you see it or not. And one other thing, man, that I really want y'all to do is, man, when you got more than one hoe, which is if you down with the game, you really should have more than one hoe. So I'm saying, if you got more than one hoe, your best asset is this right here. Keep the competition going between these ladies. Man, have them against each other. Not physically, but mentally. Each lady should be trying to do her best to get your attention, trying to do her best so she can be that bitch for you. Trying to do her best, trying to pay you the best, trying to give you the less problems, trying to show you that she's more dedicated to you than her sisters. This is what ladies do. But they're not going to do it if you don't start it. Keep the competition going between your ladies. I'm not talking about physical competition. I'm talking about mental competition. Let her know. Ask her a question. Say, baby, what's so-and-so? Is she down for my money? Is she really real about this shit? Or is she out there playing? And then ask the other one the same thing. Keep them mentally against each other, not physically. Competition make the world go round. Let her know how important it is to be in your good graces. Let her know how important it is that she's showing you how down she is, that she's showing you that she down for you like 4 flats on a Cadillac. Reward her for that. And you know what rewarding her is? Man, just showing her that you're a man and showing her that you know how to treat a lady that's taking chances for you every night. Man, how could you not welcome a lady with open arms, man? That's taking chances for you every night. Man, and check this out right here. And this is what I want y'all to stop doing. Stop this bullshit about talking about y'all don't fuck your hoe. Man, stop this dumb shit. Please, man. I'm asking y'all to stop this, man. Because if you not fucking your hoe, then who you fucking? Your dick get hard, you got to, you're a pimp. Pimps like to fuck. They hoes. Man. Bro, come in, man, give me 8, 9, 1,000, 11, 1,200. Put it in my hand. Man, my dick immediately get hard. Now, at the end of the night, when that hoe pay you, if your dick don't get hard, when she put that money in your hand and say, this for you, baby. Man, if your dick don't get hard, man, you in the wrong profession, man. You better go back to being a doggone square, man. You have to go back to being a square. Because pimps love fucking they hoe. Man, ain't no way. Man, listen. When my broad get dressed, this happened just the other night. My broad get dressed, and I know the outfits that I done bought her. So I know that she looking hoish in the motherfucker. I know that she looking dick hard good. Man, the other day, man, baby got dressed. I bought her this new mini skirt, man. With these stilettos, man, and this little short titty top, man. Man. Baby's like, all right, Dad. She's all right, baby. I'm ready to go. I said, what you mean you ready to go? You ready to do what? She said, I'm ready to hit that track. I said, well, say that then. Don't say you ready to go to work. Say, hey, I'm ready to hit that track. I'm ready to go get your paper. Man, I looked at her. Man, that skirt was so small, man, until she just bent over a 1/4 of an inch. I could see her ass, man. And with the stilettos, man, and that little titty top on, man, baby made my dick so motherfucking hard. And knowing that she going to get my paper, I was like, hold it, baby. Hold it before you walk out that door. You got to break up with me first. Yeah, you look so good. You got to break up with me first before you walk out that door. Now, I know that some of y'all probably ain't done that because all you concentrate on is getting the money. Man, try to concentrate on making baby feel good. Try to concentrate on try to make her feel as good as you do when she put that trap in your hand. She make you good when she drop it in your sock or drop it in your pocket. Okay. In turn, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do to her? I'm gonna leave that up to you. But your job is to make her feel like a lady, make her know that she's a lady, regardless of what she's doing. And you young pimps, y'all need to quit worrying about what a lady doing. Stop thinking in your mind what she doing when she turning the date. What the fuck do you care? You ain't turning the date. See, some of y'all be so hung up on your little insecurities that I see why you're making them fags. You're scared to show your feelings. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. You want to get some longevity out that woman? Let her know how you feel about her. Don't only tell her, show her. Just like she show her your appreciation. Show her yours, man, for her. Let her know that, baby, I don't give a damn what you do. I don't care how many tricks you turn. I don't care what you do. You my lady. And you will always be my lady. You're going to always be my right hand. You're going to always sit next to me on the throne. I appreciate you. Now, I bet you out of 10 of y'all pimps out there, 8 of y'all ain't never told that hoe that you appreciate her. And out of 10, 9 of y'all ain't never told her that you love her because you think that's weakness. You think that makes you soft. Man, a real pimp, he don't have no insecurities. He know that everything that come out of his mouth is real and it's the truth, especially when he talking to his lady. All that lying to your lady and making up stories, and that's what squares do. Man, a real pimp, man, to his lady, he's an open book. He's an open book. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about you, baby. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about you. I'm gonna let you know that I appreciate you, what you're doing for me. I appreciate you helping me build this empire and stay in their pocket and continue to be a lady and not no smart mouth ass bitch. In the game, you got to make moves every day to be closer to whatever your goal is. Planning, life is about planning, preparing, and popping it. The 3 P's, along with the pimping. Yeah, I know, along with the pimping. So you got to stand for what you believe in, and you got to show this lady that you stand for what you believe in. Young pimp texted me the other day. He said, Tay, I just knocked this turnout. She only been on the track 4 days. I just knocked this turnout from this pimp. He said, man, broad ain't got no clothes. You know, he said she got some of them little flats on. He's like, shit, man. He's like, shit, man. Should I spend some money, man, on this broad to get her outfit, man? Cause Tay, I just got this broad, man. She turned out, man. I just got this hoe, man. I don't want to spend no money on this hoe, man. What if this hoe don't work out? And I said, pimping. Listen to what you just said, man. You just knocked a lady from another pimp. So it's obvious that she was ready to go. But when a lady chooses, in their mind, they hope they're choosing for the better. She left the last pimp that she was with to get with you. So let me get this right. So you knock him, you serve him, you give him the call. You said the broad, he said the broad had about, 300-400. Some niggas get chose with nothing. Sometime a broad be so ready to go, and if a pimp is up on her, she ain't gonna get to stack no bank to choose you with, because the pimp is on her ass. Most hoes that's ready to leave, they stash a little here, they stash a little there, but it's so hard, especially if they got another sister, and especially if pimping is up on them. Now, I ain't saying after 29 and a half years that I was in the game, I never caught a hoe stealing. I ain't saying they didn't, but I never caught them, and I never thought it. Never thought it. You know why I never thought it? Because I know my pimping. I know what I put into a lady. I damn near know her every move that I can predict. Why? Because I'm in her. She's me. Only she's a female. I made it that way by pimping 24/7, kicking game, kicking knowledge, bringing baby from here to here in 5 easy lessons. Knowledge, talking about the game and knowledge every doggone day. Come on, man. It's really easy as 1, 2, 3, but it's only easy as 1, 2, 3 if you're about it. If you about it. If you're not, see, you shouldn't be really struggling in the game if you got a hoe. If you struggling in the game and you got a hoe, you need to tighten up your pimping, man. You need to tighten up your pimping. With a hoe in the game, there is no struggling. When you in the game, there is no struggling. You got to have patience, because the things that you want, they're not going to come overnight. Even in the game, it don't come overnight. Nothing comes overnight. You got to grind for it. You got to work on it every day, 24/7. Pimps don't sleep, they rest. Because we might have to get up any minute, any moment, and make a move. That's why we rest. We don't sleep. Now, you might sleep. You know, you might be one of them pimps that sleep all day and let the hoe sleep all day. You might be a lazy pimp like that. But if you like that, growing gonna be real hard for you. Keeping that hoe gonna be real hard for you. Because a real motherfucker like me gonna come through and peel your ass like a banana. Because you ain't with it. You're sending that hoe with your hand out. You ain't giving her no knowledge. You ain't feeding her mind, body, and soul with that game. Go get my money, bitch. That's all you doing. And I think back to you know, this one young pimp. He got this lady, and every time I talk to him on the phone, I don't know if he's trying to impress me, or I don't know if that's just what his program is, but every other word talking to his woman, every other word was bitch. Bitch this, bitch that, yeah, bitch this, bitch. I'm like, pimping. I just heard you have a 3-minute conversation with your girl, man. And out that 3-minute conversation, man, I counted 25 times, man, that you call that hoe a bitch, man. Well, she is a bitch, man. Listen, man. Think about this. If I'm going out every night taking chances for you to bring you your money, because I care about you, and I know that that's what it takes to be with you. I know that's what it takes to be part of your program. This is what a woman is thinking. So in turn, can't you call me by my real name? I told him, I said, man, you call that broad bitch so much, she probably think that's what her name is. Everybody run their program a little different. But me, I should tell my ladies, listen, ho, when I call you a bitch, you better duck. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody do their program different. You understand me? Now, she ready to go to work. She dressed, smelling good, looking good. She about ready to go out the door. You know, I might say, damn, bitch, you fine in a motherfucker. I got to hit that pussy before you go out. Shit. Nah, but I ain't going to call my woman, you know, her name ain't going to be bitch. Now, she going to be a bitch sometime, you know, but every other word to her ain't going to be no bitch. Bitch. Come on, man. Come on now. How you think you going to keep somebody with you like that? Because the first thing a broad going to be thinking when she's not around you is, dog, why is he talking to me like that? Why you always got to call me a bitch? I got a name. Now, this is me personally. I'm just switching places with a woman. And to me, you know, I wouldn't want a motherfucker to be calling me no bitch 24/7. You know, everybody do their program different. You know, you run your program the way you run it. But what I'm saying is that you listen to a man that had the same 4 ladies for 14, 15 years. Now, if you don't think I know what I'm talking about when it comes to hoes, then that's on you. But you figure it out. 29 and a half years in the game the same ladies for 14, 15 years. Do you think I know what the fuck I'm talking about? Yeah. You better know. Game recognize game. Y'all better realize that I'm not sitting on there. I'm just not on this camera entertaining you. I'm giving you some game, some food for thought that might carry you on in this pimping game. I'm letting you know that your woman is the most important thing in your life. If you're a pimp, pimps and hoes go together like apple pie and ice cream, or hot dog on mustard, peanut butter with the jelly. Yeah, I see that. So what I'm saying is, man, you got to apply it and pop it. See, a pimp, we different. We ain't like regular men. We stand way taller than regular men. We live off our brain and our wits. We start from shit and turn it into sugar in 5 easy lessons. All right. Man, y'all know I get carried away. So my new book is in. Finally, let me see how I can get y'all. Oh yeah. New cover. Same book, different cover. Okay. So we got I had to change the title. So it's From the Bottom to the Penthouse. There you go. From the bottom to the penthouse. The book is $27. Actually, the book is $19.99, but shipping is $7. So the book is $27, and that includes shipping. You can hit me on my IG, hit me on my email. Okay. The game piece sale is still on. You can get six game pieces for $50, or you can get 15 game pieces for $100. And if you want any amount of game piece between 6 and 15, just let me know. I'll work it out with you. Okay, I've been steady running my mouth. We got Jazzy on the line. She's been on the show before, but it's been a few months. I hope you guys got a few questions to ask Jazzy. I'm gonna bring her on here. Let me split the screen and bring Jazzy on. Jazzy, you ready? Yeah.
Are you there? I'm ready.
Hey, Jazzy. So for those of you guys that don't know, Jazzy was in the game over 20 years.
Over 30 some odd years.
Oh, over 30 some odd years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Jazzy was in the game. And after 30 some odd years, Janice was only with how many pimps?
3.
30 years, 3 pimps. That's some hoeing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some hoeing, man. Let me see. I got a few questions for Jazzy, and I hope that you guys got some questions ready for her. Let me see. Did you ever get out of pocket with any pimps, in your 30-year career? Did you ever get out? Huh? Go ahead.
I could tell you, I got 2 different stories that, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 2 different stories. One time I was my first time ever being on the host row. I got tricked by a pimp by name Keith Prince. Well, I finally got away from him when I went to my man, and my man said, "Bitch, you got his money, now go get mine." So I had to go get my man's money. But then I seen him like 6, 7 years on down the line in Washington, D.C., and without thinking, I said, "Keith Prince." And oh my God, he was on my heels. And without me, I shouldn't even said nothing at all. But he was on my heels. I jumped in the cab. He jumped in the cab with me. I jumped out the cab. I was trying to get away because he was at me. He was like, "Bitch, you out of pocket. You done said my name all out the streets." And I'm jumping in.
He jumped in the cab with you?
He got it. I jumped in one side. He jumped in the other side. I'm like, and I jump up that side. And here he comes right on my heel. Bitch, you get a charge. You know, said my motherfucking name. And yeah, you spoke to me, bitch. It's over with. Now, I'm
And
like,
you know
oh
what?
my God.
And you know
Huh?
what? Though? He was right, because one thing about a pimp, when he get action from a hoe, he know that he got to get on her head right away. So if I'd have been him, I'd have jumped in that cab with you too.
Well, I had to go tell my man what I did. I went and told
Okay.
him. I went and found him and told him I fucked up, you know. And he was like, "Well, we'll talk about this when we get home. But you know, he gonna be at you all day long. But it's your
Right.
fault.
Right.
It was your fault you did." And then after I got out the game, he left me alone. No, I didn't see him no more. After I got out the game a little bit, and I was working for an escort service, still had a man, a different man, but this man didn't never come to the streets, or he didn't too much hang out. So
He wasn't.
he had he
He
had
didn't come
like
to the
five of
street.
us.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he would come down on the streets, but he would come down, sit like at this in Atlanta, Georgia. They had this gas station on Peachtree called Texaco, and a lot of pimps used to hang out by the Texaco. He goes up in there with the man who was serving the gas, pumping the gas, and all that all night. And we knew where he was. If he wasn't there, he was at home.
right.
So I go into a club, and I had changed and started working for this lady with the escort service. That's when it got real hot on the streets. When all that was going on with the Atlanta pimp, you know, when they were busting the pimps for
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
transporting them. Okay, well, it
For
got really
transporting
hot then.
juveniles.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I remember that.
on the street, you couldn't hardly work. They were shutting it up. They were on us. You were going to jail every night. If you found out, you'd go right back to jail. You know, they give you a warning. If they knew you, they said, go home. So I had to go inside for a minute. I had to go to an escort service, and I started working for this lady. And she was like, "Oh, who was that man, that handsome man standing up beside that wall?" And I was like, that's Lonnie. He's a pimp, you know. And she said, "Oh, Jan, go give him my phone number, please, Jazzy. Go give him my." I can't do that. I can't speak to him. And she didn't understand it because she wasn't in the pimp life. And she was like, "What? You can't talk to him? You can go give it to him." So I said, "Okay."
Because she worked inside.
She was the owner.
Oh, she was the owner. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I said, "Okay, give me your number." And I went up to him. He was upside the one. I said, "Excuse me, Lonnie."
You was really
I
out of
don't.
pocket.
Yeah, I said, "I don't. I don't mean no disrespect, but my boss lady would like for me to have you to have her phone number." He said, "Oh," he said, "Jazzy, you've never did nothing like this." I said, "Well, I'm doing it for her." And I said, "Excuse the disrespect." And I went and sat back down. Well, he finally got to talking to her, and he said, "How in the hell did you get Jazzy to come to even talk to me? I have tried for years to get this bitch out of pocket, and never could I do it." But he didn't really charge me or nothing like that. I mean, he didn't really, because he knew I wasn't out of pocket bitch at all. And he was like, "Well, you must be really special for her to go come do some stuff, shit like that for you." So once he asked her, he didn't ask her for the money. He asked her, could he hold something? She said, "Oh no, that's not the man. I thought I told you he was a pimp."
He asked her, could he hold something?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
also one guy here says, how was your experience in Dallas?
In Dallas, Texas, Harry Hines was wild. I had a little Cimarron Jeep. I took the top off. I put my bathing suit on, and you had to ride up and down Harry Hines with your light on, the interior light. Let them know that lets the tricks know what you're doing. That's how it is out there. I had a little red and white Cimarron Jeep, and I put my little red and white candy striped bathing suit on, and I'd get out there, and it was a ball. But then I went to the in houses in Dallas
Hey,
because
check this out.
what
Wait a minute.
what.
Now, how long ago was that? 30 years ago?
Mm, yeah, I would say my daughter. That's been like 32 years ago.
Okay. Do you know that that Harry Hines is still the track there?
Is it? I
Yeah.
haven't. Yeah, well, they started going on Royal Lane when they was on Harry Hines and Royal Lane, right there at the corner by this Deluxe Motel. And we usually had a trick house at the Deluxe, and then the Deluxe stopped us from bringing tricks in. They let you bring one, but then they kick your ass out of that one. So yeah, I had a
Yeah.
bad experience on Harry Hines for real. I thought that man was gonna kill me.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, it was a big old broad Mexican guy, and I got in the car with him, and Funky Cole Medina was playing on the radio, and I told him I need $50 to make you holler. I get paid to do wild thing, and that motherfucker hit me with his fist. He said, "Ow!" And it knocked me cuckoo, but I still asked, "Give me my money," I told you.
That's
Then
right.
when he hit me the second time, I realized, bitch, he ain't giving you no money. You better do what you can do, baby. And so he went to grab my jacket. So when he got my jacket, I grabbed the door handle. And you can't run in no heels. Man, I shucked them heels off so fast. And I could feel the cheek in my cheeks. I was running so hard, I could feel my cheeks bouncing up and down. That motherfucker knocked shit out of me a couple of times. I thought if I would have stayed, he probably would have did more damage to me.
Right. 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 So, did you ever work in any whole houses?
I worked in I don't know if it was South Carolina or Tennessee. It was wherever that Clips and Tides are. I don't know where they are, but here I worked for this lady named Linda, and her son was the head coach of this football team. And when you go in for 2 weeks, you had to stay inside that house. You didn't go out. You didn't see nobody. You just waited
Oh, you couldn't
for.
go outside?
No, you
Damn.
stayed inside. And Lord, when you got out, but when you got out, she held your money until the end of the week. But I just let her keep mine till I got ready to go because I didn't want none bitch to steal my money. I'd be so tired, I'd go straight to sleep. I didn't
Right.
want them to steal my money, so I said, "You just hold on to it till I get ready to go."
How many
And
ladies was in the house?
it
Do
was
you know?
four,
Oh, four. Okay. Okay.
yeah. And then she would have like a blonde brunette and a redhead and a black girl. So you couldn't book. She wouldn't book them like two blondes. She had everything you wanted. But when the trick would come in, she done poked a hole in their driver's license and she could feel it to see if if she knew them if they'd been there before.
Oh, okay.
If they didn't have that hole there, they wouldn't get service.
Wow.
Not at all. And then I worked in Boise, Idaho, but Bluff, this pimp named Bluff, had all his
Oh,
holes
yeah.
up
I know.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know. I knew Bluff. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was hard working.
He
You
was
got
from
to,
Oklahoma.
huh?
He was from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City. I think
Yeah.
Lawton, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right. Yeah. I know. I knew that brother personally. Pimping motherfucker. Yeah. Had the
Yeah,
Excalibur. He had the
yeah,
Excalibur.
and he
Yeah.
had a white girl named Goldie, a blondie, and she was with him for a long time. But here there are five wife-in-laws over here, and there's one me. I don't see it hard to stand a chance because they try to beat they breaking their necks to get the money. But
Yeah.
but the way the lady set it up, she would let one go out at a time. If you were up next, you went up next. So that kind of gave me a chance. But sometimes they've been there so long, they was like, "You got anybody new?"
Right.
Rough
Yeah.
kept
That's
them
what I'm saying.
females in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It seemed like four females seemed like they would get tired of them after a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
They did.
she didn't have a new face steady coming through there, huh?
Well, her and Bluff were real tight. The lady that her and Bluff were real tight, and then I did a place in Alabama, and it was called Candy Movie Mates. You came in and watched an adult movie with a mate, right?
It was
There's
called
only
what?
Candy Movie Mates.
Candy movie mate, movie
Movie
mate,
Mates.
movie
Movie
mate.
Mates.
Wow.
Yeah. And you come, the guy would come in.
The movie come with the day.
Yeah, I could look. I could tell you every bump on them bitches' butt. I watched over. They would show the same one over and over. You know, I could tell you by the music how long I've been there with that man. You know, I'd be like, baby, you better come on now. It's about the end. But she also ran Greyhound dogs, so she didn't pay a lot of attention to her business. She had a boat out on the causeway in Mobile, Alabama, and she
Sound like
had a house.
money.
Yeah, she was having money, but she trained them dogs to
Yeah.
race the track. Yeah, but so
Wow.
she wanted me to be the manager because she said, "Would you just manage it for me and bring me my money?" I think she started doing dope because when I go to give her her money, she said, "Put it underneath the doormat. I'm not going to answer the door." Why you don't want to answer the door to get your money? You don't want me to
Right.
see you or something?
Right. Right. Damn.
So I got
Seem
pregnant with my.
like, seemed like the pimp who was after a bluff. Who was after? Not bluff. Who was a pimp?
What?
Huh?
The lady in Alabama, or the
Oh, this is not the same one that the pimp tried to knock.
no, the lady in Boise, Idaho was called County Line.
Okay.
It's right by Spokane, Washington. I think that's yeah. And he was the one they were connected up. I don't know, fucking that bitch or what, but he had every time 5 of them leave, 5 more Bluffers bitches come. I'm like, damn, how many he got?
Hey, so
I mean,
go ahead.
but it was hard to make money when they were there because they were all cutthroats. You know, they knew they were cutthroats. I'm sorry, they were kind of like Memphis hoes.
uh, um, uh, okay. Let me ask you a question. Uh,
Uh-huh.
how do you tell a real pimp from a simp? Can you
Well,
tell a real pimp from a simp?
yeah, you can, because I mean, you can. They don't even have to talk to me, but you can sit back and observe. They had this nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia, called Anytime, and it was an after hour, and all the pimps and the hoes would go there when they get off the street. Would go in there and dance, drink, whatever, and you could tell a pimp might be up on somebody for a long period of time, but when his hoe come in, he'd be like brushing her off. Brushing off. That ain't the way you do that. When that hoe comes to bring you money, you got to acknowledge her. Don't be ashamed of her.
Exactly.
Don't be ashamed of her. That girl been out there all night long humping and sucking dick and doing whatever for the money, and they would be like, "Oh, go back to work. Get the money. Go back to work, and go right back and buy that square bitch a whole bunch of damn drinks." And you see them leave together now. You never see on the track, but at pimps, they would kind of stand alone. They wouldn't couple up with a female. They would stand alone, and they would dress. The tennis shoes was not a thing. You did not see no tennis shoes on no pimps.
Right. That's right. That's right. You're exactly right. So, uh, uh, what you think about the hoes that they got today compared to
The
what was during your era?
Okay, during my era, the hoes have it made easy here, and they need to realize that because when they get my age, the world's changing. The game has changed tremendously. I don't know if it's for I'm not out there. I don't know if it's for the good or the bad. But we didn't have pagers. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have internet. We didn't have we all we had was the track. Bitch, go get it. Go get it every night. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. And it wasn't that easy. So we didn't have like when you moved from town to town, You didn't have a stable phone number for a trick to call you on, because you might be in a motel. You
Right.
know, you're gonna be leaving, and you don't know when you're gonna leave.
Right.
The way my man was, if he say pack them up, we pack them up and go. Get in the
Right.
car. He didn't. We might think we're going to work, but we might be going to Florida. You know,
Right.
might be going anywhere. Do you just ride till he stops?
Right.
But they're lazy nowadays, because they'll set up and wait all day long for whatever they. I know Backpage has been took down. Craigslist has been took down. I don't know what they're working on now. Uh, Pornhub, whatever. What are they working on now? It's called, what is it called? Fan page.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we didn't set up and wait, you know. And then when it progressed on down the line, as we had pagers, then you know you could give a trick your number, and you know tell him push like 111 behind it, so you would know that it's a trick calling. You go to a payphone call and say, okay, this is where I'm at. Come pick me up. You know, but they have it really good now. But no disrespect to any real hosts out there, but nowadays half these hoes couldn't have made it back then.
I
They
agree.
couldn't have.
They couldn't have
The,
made it. I agree.
they could not have made it. They couldn't have. I'm sorry. We walked through the snow with bathing suits and minks on. You know, we walked in the rain. You got to find you a cupboard or something, to like a provision or something to stand under. Because if I went home soaking wet, my man knew I wasn't working, because I wouldn't have been no Trick's car if I was soaking wet.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
I
got
don't care. Yeah, even if
you.
you
Yeah.
get in there for a minute just to talk to him, if you soaking wet, you wasn't doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be in and out the car, in and out the car. You didn't have time to get wet. When they say walk between the raindrops, you better walk between that
That's
car and that car, in between the raindrops.
right. That's right.
But you know, like in Washington D.C., we wore bathing suits and minks in the snow with thigh-high boots. You remember that? Even
Yeah.
with thigh-high boots, you might
Yeah.
have some. You might have some pantyhose on with the crotch cut out.
Right. Plus, I remember. Plus, I remember during those times. Uh, I remember ladies, they wore stockings all the time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I remember during that time they used to sell the stockings in the little egg.
The legs.
Exactly right. And,
And you cut the little cotton part out.
that's right.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right. So,
I mean, I had legs for days.
yeah. So nowadays on the track, you don't see no ladies with pantyhose on, none. You know, so that's it's just amazing how big of a difference, when it comes to the hose. Cause, well, I remember I used to have my ladies. They would have they would take like 4 pair of stockings with them when they go to work. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
If mine got tore all up, I just go buy me some more and cut the crotch out again. You know, because you're always working by some kind of store. It's a
Right.
store somewhere, or you could tell the trick drop you off at Walgreens or Eckers or whatever it was. But
Right.
yeah, but the game has changed so much. A pimp is a man before it's anything. Nowadays they got gangbangers out there saying they're hustling. They got hustlers out there. They got con men out there. We had all that in our days, but everybody stayed in their lane.
Right.
Let the pimps be the pimps, the hustlers be the hustlers, and what do you call them?
D boys.
What do you, yeah, the D boys stayed in. But now I do know some pimps that have claimed to be pimps and was D boys at the same. I wondered how they having all that money. I bet they making that. No.
They're mixing it up. Yes, it's pimps that do that nowadays too. They're sending their lady to the track, and give her a handful of them pills to sell, or they give her five little 20 bags of weed to sell. That's an extra $100. They mix it up. But a
And
hoe should look at that like an insult.
it would be to me. You want me to catch a felony over a damn misdemeanor? No.
Right.
If that's true, you would get a felony for toting pills, crack. But I know on Backpage it got real bad when they say party favors. They
Okay.
would
Yeah.
put up. They let you know I got some dope if you want it. Them girls, and then like when the police would call, they always say, "Can you bring me some party favors?" No, sure
Okay.
can't.
Yeah. Right. Yep. You're right. So, all right. Let me ask you this. Last week on my show, I was telling guys about having that one trick that 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 winds up um, taking up way more of her time than he should. Uh, where you at, Jazzy? What happened to you? Where you at? Oh, you there? Okay, okay. I'm gonna get it back up on the top. Hold on a second, Jazzy. Okay, there you are.
Okay, my battery's going dead. I got to get.
Oh, you got to charge. You got to plug it in. Okay, well, but she's working on her charger. But I see her over here. You didn't add it to the string. Okay, there she is. You all right now, Jazzy?
Yeah, I got it plugged up now.
Okay, okay. So
But I ain't on the screen. There it goes.
there you are. Hey,
Okay.
have you ever had one of them fat rich tricks and your man made you stop seeing him?
Oh yes, I sure did. Not, okay, this is back in the days uh, when you remember those the brick phones that were like really
Yeah,
huge.
they look like a brick. Yeah, I remember those phones. Yeah.
Okay, also in Atlanta we had knockoff phones. You can go get a flip phone from the Jamaicans, but you could make calls, but you couldn't receive them because
Okay.
they were knockoffs, right?
Right.
Actually they were cloned phones. Okay, well, you'd have like a pager, and they would page me, and I would call him, and he's like, "Well, where you at?" And he'd pick me up, and he'd give me 600, 700, plus what I already had. It'd be all right. But he would send me money every time I call him. Like I was like, "Glenn, I need $700 to pay my light bill." He would send it every day. Send him money,
Every
send him
day,
money.
every day.
Every day. He came and picked me up, and he was building a house, and he wanted me to pick out some light fixtures, and he pulled up in a car lot. And I said, "You don't got light fixtures in here?" And he was like, "No, I'm buying you a car because I want you to start coming to see me." He went and
Wow.
bought me a Lincoln Town Car, and it was a
Brand
Lincoln
new.
Town Car, brand new. Well, it wasn't brand new, but it was new to me. It
Right.
was it was like one that had the tire kit on the back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That made. Okay, and it was brown on the bottom and peach colored on the gray top. So I said, "You bought it for me?" He said, "Yeah, put it in your name. I'm paying cash for it and everything." So he paid cash for it, and I drove home to my man. I had like $500 or $600 in my pocket, and I drove home to my man. I said, "Oh, look what he bought me!" And I seen a frown come on his face, and "You're not happy? This is mine." He said, "Mine? Yeah, it was mine. Now it's ours, and now it's mine." Like that. And he said, "Go change that title to my damn name." And so I was like, all right. So I went and done that, but I went and seen the
The
man.
car was he put the car in your name?
Yeah, the trick
Okay.
did. But
Okay.
then my man made me change it that day into his name.
That's
Yeah. So I was like, "But it's mine." He said, "Oh, but now it's going to be mine." And I'm like, "Oh." So I went and seen the trick a couple more times. And then on Valentine's Day, my man got me some flowers and some candy and took me out to eat. And about an hour later, I paged him and he called me back and he said, "What is it?" And I said, "Can you come pick me up?" He said, "How much money you got, bitch?" And I said, "Well, when you take me," I said, "I got two on me, but if you take me to the Western Union, I got $1,400 waiting on me there." He let me go get that money. And he let me go get that money, and then he sent me to Hawaii. The trip paid for me and my wife and I to fly to Hawaii, and I got so sunburned up there, I had to get. I was the medics had to come see me because I'm real fair skinned.
Yeah.
The medics had to come see me, so I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't hold. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't put no panties on. I mean, it was just I was peeling. I looked like a lizard everywhere. I was peeling. So I called the tree and I said, "Look, if you can get me and her back to Sacramento, we need to change a flight. We need." He bought us round trip tickets. I need $600 more to get the ticket. And so he said, "I'm gonna send you $1,200. Once you get to Sacramento, you buy your plane there to get back to where you're going." But me and her was talking about hoeing from Sacramento all the way back home. Well, when we got back to Atlanta.
Okay.
So when we got there, uh, my man said, "Yeah, y'all about to make it home?" So we had like 2 stacks by the time we got there. Right, we had did the truck stop thing, We stop in the truck stop, top on them, get on the CB radio, and we get us a ride, then go to another truck stop and get us a couple of dates, and go to another truck stop, get us a ride, and we did all the way. We stayed in Oklahoma for about 3 days.
Did you work in Oklahoma City?
Yeah, I worked on Oklahoma City. I worked at what was it?
2nd Street.
It was second it's another one. It's a Main Street.
Yeah, because somebody on here said they asked about 2nd Street in Oklahoma City. Yeah.
I worked in Oklahoma City. I sure did. And I worked on Meridian. Meridian had all the clubs. See, I'm more like the type that used to like to go in the bars and catch a trick and clip him. I'm sorry. I like to take. I don't want to be laid up with the trick. I'm ready to just go and take the money and run.
Right.
But I learned that on down the line. But we went back. We got to Atlanta, and I had my cell phone. I had my pager, and my man said, "I don't know what I'm gonna do with you." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You and this damn trick Glenn." I said, "What? He's paying me." He said, "He's making you a lazy fucking hoe." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Oh, you get 800-900 from him every day, and you think you ain't got to go to work." And I said, "Well, I still go though.
Yeah.
But he said, "But when you get out there, you already done made money, so you don't hold as good as you used to." So he said, "Where's your cell phone? Where your pager?" He said, "Put it on the table." He got that hammer and said, "Pow, pow." I couldn't find that trick's phone number for shit. I said, why didn't we just go out of town?" He said, "You still could call him and get money every day. Western Union's all over the world." So he made me turn him loose. I had to cut that good trick loose. I sure did. And I had him for about a year. He was paying me.
You understand why?
Yeah, because it was making me lazy.
Exactly.
I ain't got to worry about it. I can call Glenn today and get my money.
Right.
And he said, and I don't know exactly when you go to work, how much of that is Glenn's money. You could get 800-900 and go sit up somewhere all day and then call me, tell me you ready to come home. He said, I just can't do it like that, Jazz. I'm sorry, but you and that trick got to go.
Yeah.
Either me or that trick got to go. And so it's not going to be you. And so it had to be him.
Yeah. So I went through the same thing myself. I had the same. I call it a problem because this trick, what his idea was, he wanted to take up all of her time. He wanted to pay her so she wouldn't have to go to the track every night. So
well, he used to do me like that.
Yeah.
He'd be waiting for me to get dropped off at the track.
Right. Yeah. That's the way the same trick was. And I hurried up and ended that. I had her, charge his ass up for a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks at the most, and then after that, I made her drop him. And she was like you. She didn't want to drop him because he was breaking her off, but it was making her lazy, And one night, I called her and I said, "Bitch, I ain't seen you on the track all night. Where the fuck you at?" And I said, "You better have my fucking money." I think the guy's name was Byron or some shit. She said, "Oh, I'm with Byron." I said, "You with Byron? How much Byron give you for my time?" She said, "He gave me 2,700. So should I just leave, or do you want me to just stay with him because he said he's gonna give me some more money?" So I said, "All right, bitch, just stay with him." You understand? But I knew right then. I said, "I got to end this." I knew I had to end it because it was like, to me, he was not only making her lazy, but he was trying to convince her and show her that being with him make her life a whole lot easier than being with the
Yeah.
pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it made sense that he did that. It sure made sense that he did that. Yeah.
Yeah, he sure did. But let me tell you one time. Now I know maybe this was wrong, but I really don't think it was. One time my wife-in-law got a whipping, so she was beat up pretty bad because she was acting up. I don't know what exactly she did, but she did something very foul. Because in order to make this man put his hands on you, you had to do something really bad. He whooped her with uh, a iron cord. He got a knife and cut the iron cord off,
That shit hurts.
and he whooped her, but so she couldn't go to work the next day. So he was like, Jazzy, it ain't nobody but you and her. Y'all got to go get it. Then I brought home a girl that night, so it was three of us. And the next day I took a Rolex watch and about $600. And when I brought it into him, he's like, man, he took it it had diamonds all around it. You got to know if the Rolex is real, because back in the days they had fake Rolexes
He had a lot of them back. Yeah.
yeah, and they used to do the thing would go tick 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 tick. But now if it glided, if it glided down, then it was real. But if it ticked,
Right.
it wasn't real.
Right. That's right. That's right. Exactly.
He said, you might got a fake one. I was like, oh, it's gliding, it's not ticking. So he took it and he got some money for that watch. And so he said, I really hate to put you back out there because they might be looking for you. He said,
Right.
I'll tell you what. And he wanted to spend some time with me because he hadn't had no time spent with me because the other girl was acting up so much.
Right.
He was having to tend to her. So he passed me $700 and he said, I want you to walk around the block, get in one car, come back, get dropped off in front of them bitches, flash the money, tell them you're going home. Because he wanted to spend time with me.
Right.
We didn't never have time together.
Right.
Because every time we even went to get ice cream or whatever, we come back and she done tore the damn house up and cut all the hair off and all kind of shit. So I did. I flashed it. We went home. We had sex, and he said, "You ready to go?" Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go back. He said, "But Jazzy, them people might be looking for you today, baby." So I stayed home that night, but he did slide me the money and tell me to flash it on him, and we were going. He said,
I'd have sent you back, but I'd have had you put a wig on. I'd have had you put a wig on and go back out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, back in those days, white girls wasn't wearing too many wigs.
I know they wasn't. I know.
They didn't have the ponytails and they didn't have none of that. It was just us.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's right. So did how long was you with your first man?
I was with my first man 3 years.
Okay, so which one three was you with the longest?
I was with my first man 3 years, and I was with this other one for like 5 until he fired us, and then I went and got with another one for like 6, and then I went back to my last man for like 12.
Okay.
My first man. I went to my turnout people for the last 12.
All right. So now, the man that you went back to. Okay, let me ask you this: out of all those 3 pimps, was you ever with either one of them by yourself?
Yeah, the last one. Wouldn't nobody stay with him but me. He was too hard.
He was too hard?
Yeah, he was too hard on people.
Like what?
And okay, this is what he used to do. We lived in Jackson, Mississippi. And there's Highway 80 in Jackson, Mississippi was a host show that I opened up a long time ago. But there's, drugs that came about, and people are going out and doing a little bit, $10, $15. I can't do that. It was I was like, look, okay, well, we're going to have to try something else. I said, I'm going to get in one of these trucks. I'm going to hitchhike somewhere else. I'm going to come up with some money, and then I'll come back. He used to make me leave out that house, and I would hitchhike to a casino, and I'd sit and spot my man. And then one day, I was on the phone with him. I said, I ain't made no money. It's been a day and a half. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And he said, you maggot motherfucker. I said, oh, well, you called me a maggot. I said, oh, okay. Okay. And I couldn't stand for it. He knew you can call me anything in the world but a maggot. I was not. And he said, you maggot motherfucker, and hung up on me. Not even an hour after that, a man was playing poker, and he was betting like $500 a hand, $1,500 a hand. I'm thinking, I'll just get half of what he's betting, I bet. So I was playing the machine behind him, and I said, fuck it, I'm going to get up to that card table. And he said, man, these cards suck. And I said, so do I. And he said, what? He said, what'd you say? I said, you heard me. And he said, with that red lipstick you got on, let's take a trip to my hotel. He went and got in the shower. And in his pockets was like five stacks. I just took three. I took three and cut a lining out the back of my damn jacket.
Why you didn't take it off?
Because I know he was gonna get out and feel and see if something was there.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't take like 3 stacks. I took a little bit out of this one, a little bit out of this one, a little bit out of this. And I ended up with about 3 stacks.
I got you.
So then I called me a cab from the boat. I got the boat take me to another boat, and I left that boat and went to another one. They have the little trolleys that'll take you to another boat. I went to another boat, called me a cab, and when I got home, I said, so I'm a maggot? And he said, Jazz, you come here to get your ass whooped to what? I said, so I'm a maggot? I threw the money, but I said, maggots don't bring home money like this. And he knows if he wanted to piss me off, call me a maggot. Maggot motherfucker, he said.
Yeah, that was.
But I love the game, but I wish time could have stood still. If I was just 20 years younger, these hoes wouldn't stand a chance. They wouldn't.
That's right. I feel the same way. I feel the same way you feel. But shit, I'm just gonna go back 10 years. I ain't gonna go back. Just give me 10 and I'm gonna give him hell. But shit, to be honest, shit, I can give him hell right now if I want.
Oh, I could too if I was out there, but shit. I might have a cane, but I still hook and crook them. I said I quit doing what I was doing because I can't run no more. I broke my hip. I can't run no more. Shit, I can't get around.
Yeah, so you feel like I feel. If I could do it all over again, I would, because it was more. I had more good times in the life than I did bad times.
I did too.
So
I have more happier times now than I do now.
Yes, me too. I agree with you on that too. I had more happier times. My life was more exciting.
Yeah.
The world was different then. It's like you said, it's been changed so much now until it's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we got pimps that wear more tennis shoes than they wear hard bottoms. We got hoes that have on more flats and them little slides than heels.
That's kind of like, if a man wanted that, he was staying home with his wife because I'm sure his wife's walking around in house shoes and shit. But if a hoe that's got her some heels on, just pump your ass up. If not, just if you can't wear heels, do it just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
pump your and make your ass toot up.
That's right. That's right. And that's what the purpose. That's what the heels do. It's just something about. It's just something about seeing a hoe in some doggone high heels walking. You know.
Yeah, and a lot of these bitches slap their hair up in a ponytail. They don't put hardly no makeup on. What they do is got the big old eyebrows out here and liner way out here. You don't need all that. You need some red lips. A
Yeah.
red lips will attract a man in a heartbeat. He's looking at them red lips and like, damn, I want that on my penis.
That's right. Uh, hey, so I hope you guys been listening to Jazzy. Jazz was in the game over 30 years, and she don't pull no punches. She be straight up with her conversation. So y'all getting it real from a real one that's been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you guys gained any information from Jazzy that might help you along your journey, but she
Can
been
I
there.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Jazzy.
I don't know how many guys are out there, but there's a lot of guys that will have that one girl that don't want no wife and those. She ain't having no wife and those. And if you guys go for that, then you ain't pimping. If you're scared of losing that one motherfucking hole between having many more holes, then you ain't pimping. Because I know back in the day, there was a couple of guys that they would keep that one hole. And I mean, and hoes be wanting to choose them. Oh, I ain't looking, baby. I ain't sucking no choosing feet tonight. Why? If you scared of losing that one hoe, and she could be a bad bitch and she make a lot of money, but you don't know the next bitch could be a little badder.
That's right.
It ain't about how many hoes you got. It's how much dough you're clocking.
That's
It
right.
is,
That's
and
right.
there's when you got 4 or 5 hoes, you're not gonna have a bad day. Even if they bring in, let's just say if they bring in 4 apiece, that's not a bad day.
That's right.
It's not. If you
No,
got one hoe and she bring in 4, that's a bad day.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
And the way the world going around now, you got to wear the masks and shit. Hell, you can't hardly breathe. Most of us talk to a tree.
Yeah. See, in the track out here in LA on Figueroa, um, the hoes they don't have they ain't wearing no mask, and the police they ain't pressing them yet to wear masks, and I don't think they are. I don't think they are because the police probably don't give a fuck if a hoe get COVID or not. You understand?
He probably want to catch COVID.
Because
God Almighty.
I mean they be riding on the hoes, but I'm saying as far as like coming through my era, when the police got tired of seeing the hoes, they go get 2 or 3 of them wagons and start pulling them wagons up on the track and making all them hoes get in, and take them to jail,
Yeah, they
keep them there
sweep
for
them.
the rest of the night so they can't make no money, and then let them out the next morning.
When they say, "Girl, they're doing a sweep," I can get the hell on.
Yeah,
I'd go up. I'd go up in one of them bars and sit down somewhere. Find me somebody. And
yeah,
when I see them setting up to go sweep, oh, I got to go.
right. That's why a hoe got to keep her eyes open and pay attention when she on the track. You know,
Yeah.
they have to pay. Y'all have to pay attention to so many things. You got to pay attention to the police, the pimps, the tricks, the jackers, and you still got to get your man's money. That's a lot of
And the
pressure.
other bitches sending crosses at you.
Right. Right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So, but like I say, nowadays it's just so much different. I'm talking about the style of dress. See, the game don't change. It's the participants that's in the game. They change. The game don't change. no matter how they try to adjust it or modify it, the game don't change.
No.
The game is going to remain the same. But the people, the pimps and hoes, they the ones that's changed. They they can't. They think they changing the game, but they not changing the
You
game.
can't change it.
Right.
It is what it is, the way it started out to be. You can try to change it, but what it's all come down to is pimping and hoeing. You know,
Exactly.
you can have a gang banger with a hoe, but it's not pimping and hoeing.
Right.
You can, hustle have a hoe for a minute, but it's not pimping and hoeing.
That's right.
Pimping and hoeing goes way back, and it's not gonna change. It's just the people do, and the hoes need not to change to be with those people. Keep pimping and hoeing together.
That's right, Jazzy. That's right. I'm not so you guys. I know you guys heard that Jazzy giving y'all some game from a whole point of view. You understand what I'm saying? And everything she says straight up for real because she done been there and done that.
And loved every minute of it.
That's right, Jazzy. That's right. So if you had a choice, going back to when you turned out of, if you had a choice, I mean, to do it all over again, start your life all over again from the beginning. Would you choose hoeing or would you choose the square life?
That's unquestionable. If I was happy doing it then, I know I'd be happy doing it now. I would choose hoeing. Square life is not for me. I
Right.
like to move. I like to move around. I'm really good with people. I like to talk. I like to run my mouth. And hoes have to have. They can't be like, oh, thinking they all so ditty. If you got a mouthpiece, you gonna catch that trick. So, if you make him pleasant, but if you sitting there like, yeah, well, what you feel like doing, picking your nails and like, hold on, yeah, hold on, I gotta take this call and shit like that. They don't want that.
Right.
If you have a mouthpiece, you can talk that trick out of his money and some more money.
That's right. That's right. All they gotta do is ask for it. Because
Yeah.
I tell a lot of different pimps. I say, man, listen, man, tell your lady just cause a trick give her money up front and she turned the date. After she turned the date, she's supposed to ask for some more money.
I used to tell them.
Huh?
I used to tell them, like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, when I said, now, you want to be service, right? You want to be service. When you go to a waitress and she serves you, if she serves you good, you leave her a what? Tip. If I service you good, leave me a tip. But I said, but you can put a tip on out now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good game right there. That's what I told. That's what I told a few pimps. Man, tell your lady to ask for a tip, man. He probably want to give it to her, but he ain't gonna give it to her if she don't ask for it.
Ask for it, yeah. I mean,
Shit.
you can always go down, but you can't go up. If you ask for, let's say, if you ask for $100, you go get that $100. If you ask for $5, you can work your way down to at least $2.
Right.
For a tip, something like that.
Exactly. I just I agree with you. I agree with you. So you guys just out there, man. I hope y'all got some game from Jazzy because she broke it down to you, from a whole point of view. So you can't hear it no better than from the real. That's why I keep telling you guys that I'm on here. I ain't on here to entertain you. Screw some entertainment. I'm on here to give you some game and some knowledge about the game. Because most of you guys, y'all on a mission to destroy the game. Y'all on a mission to get some money to bet by any means necessary. That's not what pimps and hoes do. We stick to the script. That's what we do. We stick to the script. Every day, If you call yourself a pimp, every day you're supposed to make your life better and your lady's life better. Every day you got to show her something. You got to show her that you care, that you care about her. She gonna appreciate that because she gonna show you how she care when she hit that track and come in and give you that money. So when she come in and pay you, okay, now it's your job. You know, now she done came in and took care of you. Now it's your job to take care of her. A lot of y'all forget that. A lot of y'all just think it's just, you know, just let me look, bitch, just keep paying me. But it's more to the game than that. Way more to the game than that. You know?
So eventually they get tired of just paying you.
Right. Exactly. Just paying you and you not giving them no conversation. You ain't showing them no affection. You ain't showing them you care. That make a woman feel like a little sucker. You know?
Yeah.
You know? So.
And then they hear their girlfriends talking about, oh, me and my man did this. Girl, we blew it up. We was lit. Not whatever they say nowadays.
Right.
That girl will say the same thing. She will say, girl, my man surprised me today. He took me on a boat ride. You know, it don't have to be anything. Right. Me and my man went and fed the ducks in the damn park. We got a loaf of bread and went and fed the ducks in the park.
Yeah, right. Just being together, spending some quality time together, you know, after, you know, taking all these chances. You know, I mean, to me personally, if a man got a lady and she horn and she paying him, and in return, he don't treat her like a lady and do things for her, buy things for her, get to know her, you know, just, you know, let her know she's like a part of your life and she ain't just paying you.
Another thing, it had to be a reason why he spoke to her to begin with. So why you speak to her when you get her, you don't talk to her.
Right, exactly, right. All the conversation that they use to catch you, then now they got you and all that go out the window.
Yeah, you got to keep doing what you did to get her.
That's right. Y'all heard that. Y'all heard what she said. You got whatever you did to catch her, you got to keep on doing it to keep her. You know? So I'm trying to see if you guys got any questions for Jazzy. I've been on the air for an hour and 50 minutes. The show is usually an hour, but we've been on here for an hour and 47 minutes. We still got 140 people that's still online watching, and I really appreciate y'all watching. I really appreciate you guys supporting my shows. And once again, my last video, I keep giving you guys this information on my sales because I want you guys to know that this is not for entertainment. This is for you to gain some knowledge about the game. And in turn, your bonus is the game pieces that I sell. See, I just brush the surface while I'm online. But when you get a game piece, and each game piece, it's detailed. I break it all the way down. You know, what to say to a lady, how to position yourself. All that knowledge, you know, is in my game pieces. And I'm having to get to sell 6 game pieces for $50 or 15 game pieces for $100. So, plus one more thing that I want to say, you know, before we close. Hey man, it's all right for your lady to care about you. It's all right for your hoe to even fall in love with you. But to me personally, I want her to care about me and fall in love with me, but I also want her to be in love with the game and fall in love with the game that I love. They go hand in hand. You can't have a pimp without loving the game that he's about. To me, you shouldn't be a hoe if you don't like the game, if you don't like the fast life, then you shouldn't be no hoe. You wasting your time and you wasting that pimp's time. So If you're gonna be about it, be real about it. If not, then just go on and be a square. Ain't nothing wrong with being squares. I love squares. Without them, pimps don't exist. So, Jazzy, I appreciate you coming on, and I'm gonna have these guys get some questions together. I keep asking them to put some questions together, but they never do. Maybe a few of them. Let me see. Nope, I still don't have no questions. I'm just going back over the list. Sir Ism, I see you, man. Denata Lewis, Bubba Gray, Mr. B. Who else we got here? T-Dog, James Burton, A Rush. Who else we got? Oh, Ivan G. Oh, you guys still here. All right, man. I want you guys to know, man, that I appreciate y'all tuning in. Jazzy, I appreciate you being on the show. I'm gonna try to get you on.
Nice seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you. And I'm gonna get you on. I'm gonna try to get you on another show. Not try. I'm gonna get you on another show. I just want these guys to get some questions together. So, if you guys interested in any game pieces, hit me on my IG, Shantae Parker, or Facebook, Shantae Parker, or YouTube, Shantae Parker. The game piece sale is still on, and I look forward to you guys hearing about me. Once again, it's the same thing, and I keep mentioning it in every video that I do. Man, I still don't understand why I keep having over 3,000 views, over 4,000 views, but in a period of a week, man, 10 of y'all ain't even buying these game pieces, man, that I sell to you guys. The knowledge that I'm giving, you can't get it all on this little screen right here. You need to get those game pieces, and you can get some detailed game, on how the game really goes. So, and I figure that being in the game 30 years, I think I got enough knowledge to give you what you want to know about the game. Before I go, I want you guys to remember that my book is out now. From the bottom to the penthouse. Same book, different cover. It's the same book. It's the same book as from the lobby to the penthouse, but I changed it from the bottom of the penthouse because of Amazon. They don't want to give me my money. But the book is $27, and that includes shipping. All right. This show been on for an hour and 53 minutes. All right. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you, Jazzy.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys next week. No matter of fact, I'm gonna see you Friday. Friday for my Blog Talk Radio show. So go to blogtalkradio.com/game, the number 4 and the letter U. I'm gonna say that again. blogtalkradio.com/game, the letter 4. The number 4 and the letter capital U. All right. So tune in Friday, man. 3:00 for the 100% Game for You show. I'll see y'all then. Thank you, Jazzy.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. I'm out.